Hey everybody, it's Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm reviewing the Coravin Pivot. So Coravin was nice enough to send me this product to review, and I went ahead and did what the Wine on the Dime channel typically does, especially whenever there are claims that it will keep your wine tasting fresh for weeks. As of shooting this is the beginning of December, and I am gonna do the unboxing, and I'm gonna get it set up with a bottle of wine, and then I'm gonna review it over the next couple weeks and just kind of like keep a log of the information to see, does it taste fresh? Does the body change? Does the intensity change? So basically I'm going to blick a sample of it every week until I feel like it's no longer worth doing. And then I'm gonna publish this video and tell you the results of it. But first, let's unbox it to see what comes with it. The contents are actually listed on the back. So it says there, I get a pivot device, I get 2 pivot stoppers, 2 Coravin pure capsules, and 1 pivot aerator. One of the things I'll do whenever I pour the first sample is I'll pour it without the aerator if it allows me to detach it, and then I will also pour it with the aerator because it claims that the aerator gives it about a 60 to 90 minute aeration. So we're gonna take a look to see if that actually lives up, and I can actually test it because I can run it through the Host as well. All right, so the pivot has a nice box reminding you that it is indeed made by Coravin. It has a few layers of kind of stickers that you're gonna need to cut off. So make sure that you do have some sort of cutting utensil handy. Waiter's friend with a foil cutter is always a handy thing, and if you don't have a pocket knife. All right, so the first thing that you get is you get essentially a quick start guide, which is funny because I just finished building a new video editing computer, and the number of quick start guides that came through with the parts that I was having, like on how to install RAM or set up the motherboard or do things like that, they weren't this nicely done. They were just kind of like some pieces of paper slapped in there in the finishing process after the item had gone through QA. They weren't like this laminated paper. They didn't actually have like a QR to figure it out by watching a video. You also have a warning to let you know that those capsules are gas that are under pressure. And then you have the unit itself. Yeah, so this is already different than what you see with your standard Coravin, because the standard Coravin uses those needles, and this actually uses a kind of a cylinder from the looks of it. And then that's the pouring mechanism. But yeah, it's already a bit of an interesting difference here compared to your standard Coravin. Here's one of the capsules. Let's see, there should be another capsule in here somewhere. Yep. So we have our 2 capsules. And then these are the stoppers. So let's pull these out here real fast. Yeah, so here are the stoppers, and they are definitely designed to fit this cylinder mechanism. And they also have like a rubberized seal. So I'm assuming that's one of the ways that it keeps it fresh, as well as the fact that you kind of clamp this down in order to get it. It kind of reminds me of a Haley's corker in a way. It kind of has that same type of ribbing that fits into the bottle to keep it secure. It kind of reminds me of one of those. The other thing I have is this aeration head that I'm assuming just kind of slides over the top. Man, this plastic is like making me feel weak today. All right, so the aeration spout, yeah, I was correct. It just kind of slides onto here, and then you just use it normally. Like I said, I want to use one without, and a pour without, and a pour with. And there's one more thing in the box. Which is, oh, it's like a little storage bag for it. Which I'm actually surprised because it's the one thing on here that doesn't have the Coravin logo. I expected there to be another logo if I was gonna get something, and there's nothing else in the box. So yeah, we have everything here. Let me clean off this trash and we can actually try it out and see how it works. All right, so in order to install the capsule, you just unscrew the bottom here, load in the capsule, make sure you load it in the right way up, and then screw it back in. And then there's a popping noise to let you know that, well, I guess it's in place. So yeah, definitely heavier. This is really light without the capsules. The capsules add a lot of weight to it. The capsule is in. Now it's time to put a stopper in. I went and grabbed a bottle of wine at the store. I went to go buy all of our weekly groceries. And I figured this is a good way of validating that it stays fresh, because this is going to be fully freshly open. I'm gonna pull that cork out. I'm gonna shove this in there and seal it. Then we're gonna do a test to taste it and see how it works. I figured we'll do one pour into the ISO glasses using the nozzle as is, and then I'll add the aeration to see if it changes anything. And then I'll also run it without the nozzle through the Host at around a 90-minute aeration to see if it also kind of gives the same effect. All right, ready? Cork is popped. That is in and capped. So oxygen exposure minimal. Okay, felt like I had to do that a lot faster than I probably actually needed to, but it said immediately, so I did it as immediately as I could. To use this, you're just gonna pop that off. This goes in until you hear a click, like that. That slid in super fast. And then there's a button on the side. Use the button to pour. All right, so there's that still sample. This comes out. That goes right here. And we have successfully used the Coravin pivot. It's pretty easy. All right, so I'm just gonna do just kind of a basic assessment of this to see if there's any strange characteristics. No, it smells pretty much like a Rioja should. And it tastes like a Rioja should. All right, so I went ahead and put the Coravin back in here and put the attachment on for the aeration. Let's take a look to see how it works. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, that's much more open. Yeah, this has definitely made a difference in opening up that wine. At least on the nose. Made some of a difference on the palate. Okay, yeah, so it does have a effect that changes the character of it. Real fast, before I take that out, I'm going to get another ISO glass and we're gonna run it through the Host, the same aeration, and see how it compares. This is the normal pour, I'm gonna leave that there. All right, so I have my Host, I've set it to 90 minutes. This will be interesting. Because I can't, okay. Don't fall over, my wife will kill me. All right. So this is the normal pour without the aeration. Yeah, this is way more open. All right, so let's compare it to Coravin pour. Yeah, they're about the same. On the nose, yeah, they're pretty close. So, after trying them both, I would actually say that for a lighter aeration, like a 60 to 90 minute, the Coravin actually did a better job than the Host. Just because I feel like there's a lot of volume that the wine would need to go through here to actually make a difference, and you're not going to get a lot of pour out of here. You know what, I should probably take this out because the instructions told me to do it immediately. Yeah, going back to that. So I think this has a lot more area it needs to go through to get the true 90-minute aeration, and having a pour through a small spout is not going to work. So it probably needs to have just a normal bottle of wine to compare it to. But it did open it up some. The pivot, though, did a much better job opening it up. And the difference there on the nose was about the same. On the palate was about the same, except the acidity in the Host aerated one it almost felt like it wasn't as integrated into the overall like roundness of the structure compared to the pivot. So the pivot did win out here. Now, if I was to try to go for longer than 90 minute, then I have a feeling I would probably, well, one, I'm probably gonna sit down and drink the whole bottle if I'm going for like a long type of aeration or decant. So yeah, at that point, this thing's not gonna be used. However though, using it to taste the wine over the course of like a week or a month, maybe, we'll test that out, to see if it actually keeps the structure and allows for some of that aeration. It kind of lets you get straight to enjoying the wine without having to worry about leaving it out to kind of breathe a little bit before you can have at it in a glass. So it kind of lets you bypass step 2 of the aeration and lets you go straight to step 3, which is enjoying your glass of wine. So now I have an idea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blick these wines. I'm going to blick the non-aerated, and I'm going to blick the aerated using the pivot. And then I'm going to just start testing this weekly. I'm gonna put it back in my cellar. I'm just gonna let it sit there every week, and I'll pour 2 more samples and I'll keep tasting it until I feel like there is a big enough difference to bring it up. So I guess in the meantime, enjoy the second half of this video that I'm gonna shoot in the future sometime, which is the actual final assessment of this product. All right, so I've been using the Coravin Pivot Plus for a while now. Before I get into that though, Happy New Year. It's been some weeks since I started this evaluation process for the Coravin Pivot Plus, and it's now 2023. I don't know if I've released a video yet or not as of recording this, but in the event I haven't, I hope you had a happy holidays and a happy new year, and your 2023 is great. With that out of the way, let's get back to the Coravin Pivot Plus review. I've been using this for a little bit over a month now, and I'm going to show you the results of the blicks that I've been capturing weekly based upon the regular pouring and then the aerated pouring through the device. As you can see, at week 3 there was a little bit of a change with the standard pour, with a much bigger change at about week 4, which is why I decided that at week 4 that was probably the limit for this device on a standard pour. Whenever you're looking at the aerated pour, it did have a little bit of a similar drop off. However, that happened around week 2. It maintained through week 3 and then had a much bigger drop off to kind of match the standard pour on week 4. In my opinion, that means that 4 weeks is sort of the limit to where I would say you're going to have the freshness and similar characters of these wines pretty much preserved, but after that, they're not going to make it. So if you're about to hit the 4-week mark, I would just pull it out and enjoy the rest of the bottle at that point, assuming that you don't have already finished it by then. So let's actually see what the final rating is for the Coravin Pivot Plus. Normally for wines I use the Blick method: balance, length, intensity, and complexity. I can't do that for a wine device, so instead what I use is DEEM: design, engineering, ease of use, and maintenance. So let's first take a look at the design. From a design standpoint, it's sleek, it's well made, everything fits tightly. The only thing I feel like could use a little bit of improvement is this little aeration device. When it goes on, it slides on, but it doesn't really feel like some of the other aspects of the device. Like when you slide this in to the stopper, it clicks. When you're rotating the cartridge in, it kind of clicks and locks in so you know you're ready. The button has a tactile response, which is nice. So what I would say is maybe having some sort of click, something that makes this feel like it's more fitted, because the first time I used it, I was a little concerned that just because it doesn't feel like it locks in like all the other mechanisms, that it could have some spillover. It didn't happen, so that was a really nice surprise. Everything else about this thing is very well made. So I'm gonna give design a full point. Engineering. And what I mean by engineering is how well the device works. Like I said, everything fits tightly. It's simple. It's not hard to use this. It's a kind of a interlocking cork mechanism that has a sleeve that fits this in. It releases the gas into the bottle as it's going through. So I mean, there's really no mechanical parts. There's nothing to charge. So say you have a bottle of wine you want to take with you on a trip for a couple of weeks and enjoy a glass of it with a couple folks over the course of a week or two. You could take this device and these stoppers with that bottle, and you can make it work. You don't have to worry about charging it. You can be in the middle of anywhere and use this device. Or if you're on a picnic and you don't want to do the full bottle, take what you want, drink what you want out of it, seal it up, go home. You don't need to charge it. It's the fact that there's no electric component to this is something I really enjoy, so full point. Ease of use. You screw the cartridge in, you put the stopper in, you put things in, and you press a button. It's not more difficult than that. It's a darn easy device to use, so full point. And the final category is maintenance. So how easy is it to maintain so you can continue using it? Really, there's no maintenance involved in this. You lock it in and you just use it. The only thing I would say is after you're done pouring whatever you're gonna be pouring, I pulled this off. I just rinsed it off with some just warm water. And then I did the same thing, ran a little bit of warm water through here. It came out, flushed out anything that was within the tube, let it air dry, and it was good. It's a very simple device to maintain, gonna give you full point. So in the end, that's 4 points. This is a great product. It is. I like the size of it. I like the fact that I can have a bottle of wine over multiple weeks and it actually delivers on the promise. I can enjoy a bottle of wine, have a glass of it like every 3 or 4 days, and it's gonna stay fresh. It actually works like it's intended. So unlike those vacuum systems that say they keep things fresh for weeks, they don't, because they repressurize and you have to go back in and like daily re-vacuum the bottle. Hopefully you haven't done damage to it, and it doesn't last as long as they say it does. This actually does deliver on its promise, and it lasts, keeps the freshness for multiple weeks. So I like that. I like the fact that it delivers on its promise. Now, when do you use this product? This product is not a replacement for your regular Coravin. Your regular Coravin is specifically designed to kind of allow for you to taste bottles over a longer period of time. You're gonna take your normal Coravin and you're gonna pop it in to a bottle that you've been cellaring for a long time. You're going to taste it to see if it's good or not, or to see how it's changed and whether or not you want to start enjoying the full bottle or not. But then you're gonna put it back in your cellar and you're gonna mostly forget about it until it's time to test again. That's what the Coravin is specifically designed for. This one is designed for those of you who want to taste the bottle but not drink the whole thing in one sitting, and allow for you to explore it over time. And by time, I mean a few weeks. So for example, if I want to go into my wine cellar and pull out one of the bottles that I have that I've been holding onto for a long time, I can pull that out and I can sit there and have a glass of it over the course of a couple weeks. So if I say there's certain meals I want to pair with it, or maybe I want to have a glass of it to try it and then have a glass with a friend who's also a wine geek, I can sit down and pour them a glass, pour me a glass. It's gonna be the same freshness as it would if I had just opened it, as long as it's within that 3 to 4 week window based upon my testing. So this is the point of that. This is not, I'm going to taste it, put this in here, and then come back to it in years. This bottle's gonna be gone within a month, but I wanna not drink it all in one sitting and I wanna enjoy it over time. That's when this device is used. Yeah, so it just depends. Do you want to drink the bottle within a few weeks, or do you get the normal Coravin because you want to test it over time to figure out when you want to open it up to then enjoy it over a few weeks? Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's product review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you tried the Coravin Pivot Plus? I'd be interested to know if you have and what you think about it. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.